back to the channel. Another chilly day here in the beginning of March. Had a couple warm days just recently, and so I was out here. The first video we were shooting was on a Saturday. It's a Thursday now, a few days later, and we got some snow last night and another cool day. But I wanted to shoot some more videos in regards to the mushroom inoculation phase in tree selection and actually cutting the trees down, and how all that process ought to work. Not in a forested setting, kind of a unique setting here where we're getting the trees, but you can get the picture. But what I wanted to do is, I don't think I did it justice last time, just to do further explanation of why we're choosing the trees we're choosing. So we're not choosing them just because they're oak trees that are good for shiitake mushrooms. We're choosing them for that purpose, certainly, but we're also choosing them because it's going to benefit the trees that are left behind, and it's going to look more aesthetically pleasing because they line a driveway at my client's house. So this is the line of trees that we're working on here, and I cut 2 trees when I was here before. You can see the stumps there. A little bit of tops left there I need to clean up, but see the stumps there covered in snow. So these other 2, this one here on the camera, that one there, left. But you can see that from this tree, this is a good shot here, you can see the gap that provides. And that's going to be a great benefit to both of these trees to grow more efficiently. It's going to look really nice when this is done. When these trees are gone, every other one and the ones left behind will be able to grow more efficiently. So this one here is a much more smaller tree, really suppressed in the way it was growing. So there's really not much growing space that's going to open up. But maybe eventually he might have some more taken out. We'll be taking this tree out, probably not today. We'll see how far we get, but you can see the kind of opening that's going to open up. What we're doing is just applying the same technique in doing crop tree release in a forest. We're releasing these crowns of these trees, not necessarily trying to focus them on quality tree production, but just trying to provide enough resources, particularly in this instance sunlight, for the trees to grow better. And then for us, you know, it's gonna provide firewood to heat the home, and some logs, some fresh logs to inoculate mushrooms in. So it's really gonna benefit everybody around. So yeah, we're gonna leave this one. In the previous video, I thought we were going to take this one. That one has a seam there, and that's really not too much of an issue. But, and then you can see this tree right here. We'll be cutting this one today. That's gonna provide some nice, an open canopy there. And you can see where it splits there, and that Y, there's some really good mushroom logs up there. And then we'll probably do this one here today. Try to get 3 of these done today, maybe 4, but we'll see. So we got a lot to do. Let's get busy. Okay, I took a break from cutting, and I just wanted to share just a couple tips with you. And some of it may be self-explanatory. You may be able to have figured it out yourself. But one of the things I have done over the years is I've used this stick here and a hatchet. And so this stick here is marked with blue. This is my firewood length stick. And so I use this as a template to mark out the lengths of the logs, specifically to the specific length that I like for the firewood for my wood stove. And so we're going to do a similar concept with a stick for measuring the lengths of the mushroom logs. So the desired length is 40 inches, and so we're going to go in here. I set aside a log here, more like a limb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy right here, this one, and I'm going to mark it. Let's see here. So I'm going to mark it right here, and I want to cut that off because I want it somewhat straight. And then I'm going to measure 40 inches. Most of you have probably figured it out. It's just over 3 feet. Alright, so here we go. Got the mark there. So we're going to cut it here. Chainsaw, and then we're going to cut it there. And so this is going to be my template length, 40 inches, for the mushroom logs. Makes it a very quick way to measure the log, and then I mark it with my hatchet at the end. And so then what I'll do is I'll show you a time-lapse video of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this end, and some of those are a little bit small, but we can make some mushroom logs out of them as far as diameter. So we're going to start from the end and go down towards the large end, marking 40-inch lengths. We're going to get quite a few logs out of this one. So everything, all this upper part is going to be designated for mushroom logs. And so what I did was I measured that top log down here, the top one right here. That's down at the bottom is 6.5 inches, just over 6.5 inches. So that bottom one is probably somewhere around 8 inches in diameter, the breast at the large end. So we're going to get quite a few mushroom logs here today, and that's good. I'm excited about that. That's just a neat little trick that you can use for your firewood lengths, or for marking out these mushroom logs to make it really quick and simple. Mark you out a little template length, not too big, you can handle pretty well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually paint that one orange or red, so then I can tell the difference. I mean, the length is going to give it away, but I just rather paint it a different color. And a little hatchet, mark all the lengths, and then cut. Makes it really fast and very efficient. One of the things I haven't mentioned was what to do with the branches from these trees that I'm cutting down. Essentially, my client wants the branches stacked in a burn pile, and he's going to burn them. But one of the things you could do you could create brush piles. So you could create, you know, just because of the nature of where this spot is located along the driveway. As you already see here, he wants this, they want this stuff cleaned up here as well, which I'm going to come back and get it all cleaned up for him. So essentially what's happening is, in this whole process, is if you're doing this in the woodland landscape, you are conducting timber stand improvement for the benefit of the residual stand, the stand that's left, whether you're thinning around the crowns of mass trees for the purposes of mass production, hard and soft mast, acorns or black cherry, something like that. And then you're also cutting them down to use them for, you know, firewood, and then mushroom inoculation, and then the tops could then be turned around and used for brush piles. So, you know, effectively the whole tree is being used in that way. But in this case, we're gonna stack the branches in a burn pile, and he's gonna take care of them that way. So I made it home with these logs. I thought I'd shoot a video just unloading the logs and just kind of give you guys an idea of what to do with them. This is, what's today, March 2nd or 3rd? Anyway, it's the early part of March. And so I'm really not gonna store them in a permanent fashion. I'm gonna store them outside. And the idea is I put them on a pallet. And so we're gonna probably inoculate the logs in the next couple weeks. So I'm just gonna keep them outside. I may put a tarp over them. Right now it's still cold enough and we're gonna get quite a bit of rain. Not really concerned about them drying out. So I'm just gonna kind of show you where I'm putting them, and at least for now until we inoculate them. So here's the pallet. That's from last time. Those are the 14 logs there. So all total is 39 now. And there's the firewood pile. So I'm gonna unload these here and go from there. I wanted to show you the results from today. I was just only able to cut one tree down. I was hoping to get at least one other, but that's just how it goes. So I just wanted to show you here. There's what's left there. Those other two are a little bit too big for me I didn't want to strain my back. I need to get a splitting maul and split them in half, and then cut the stump, split that one in half. But I just want to also point out, showed you the before picture or video, and there you go. That is a nice gap for these residual trees to grow and thrive. And yeah, so there's 3 more that we're going to cut down there, and then 1 more down there on the end, the middle one there. So looking forward to the next time we're coming out here. I'm not sure when I'll be back out. I really need to try to get out here and before the leaves, before the buds start to swell, and it's kind of getting to the end of the prime time to harvest these logs for mushroom inoculation. But we'll see. I hope this is helpful to you, and thanks for following along, and hopefully you're learning something. And we're going to document this whole process, from everything from the research and planning part to the ordering of the mushroom spawn, to the actual process of coming out and selecting the trees to cut, and the inoculation part itself, and then how to order them in a shaded area. And then I'm also going to show you some of the ideas of how you can use the mushrooms for cooking. So this is going to be a complete documentation of it, and really looking forward to it. It's probably going to take a little bit of time, but hopefully it's helpful to you. Take care.